Your final competitor tonight, make some noise for Ryan Bourassa. Let him hear us, make some noise.
Wait, stop.
Hey everybody. So I have a lot of anxiety. I'm a very anxious person. I think the only reason I'm alive to this day is because I was paranoid that the other sperm were chasing me. Public restrooms make me really nervous. I'm always afraid that I'll be using a urinal and a man will stand next to me and he'll look over at me and say, "Hey, you have a really nice penis." That's not what worries me. What worries me is that I'll be polite and say thank you. Believe it or not, sometimes I do these comedy shows and people don't laugh at my jokes. It breaks my heart. I told my therapist that. She said, "All right, Ryan, here's some Zoloft." And I was like, "Okay, cool. How do I get them to take it?" So if your drinks taste a little funny, that's me. You guys ever hear your cell phone go off, but it turns out it's just you crying? I actually had to send this text message to my mom the other day. "No, Mom, it was a typo. I'm going to kill my elf." You guys ever Google painless ways to kill yourself? Top one was throw yourself in front of a train. Thought that was interesting. But I started thinking, what about the guy who's driving the train? He's got to live with that for the rest of his life. Maybe he'll get depressed. Maybe he'll Google how to kill yourself painlessly. And then you just got endless train suicide. Real epidemic. I figured out what you should say to a Klansman if you ever have the opportunity or pleasure to meet one. You should look right in his eye slits. And you should say, "Nice burqa." He'll love it. He'll love it. A lot of people have a problem with gay marriage. I don't have a problem with gay marriage. I think it's wonderful. But I have a problem. Oh, thank you. Yeah, gay people. What I have a problem with, though, is gay mirages. You know, like when you're out in the desert and off in the distance, you see two men kissing. And when you get closer, they vanish. And you're like, "Ah, they got me again." I think the guy that wrote that homosexuality is a sin in the Bible just had his heart broken by a really good-looking guy. And he's like, "If I can't have him, no one can." Every time I go to IKEA with my wife and I get near a crowd of people, I like to say out loud, "Let's just buy a crib to remember her by." Disappear in Home Goods. I'm sorry if my jokes are offensive. I try not to be offensive. For an example, I don't have any jokes about 9/11 because I'm always afraid that after a show I'll do a joke about 9/11 and someone will walk up to me and say, "Hey, I don't like your joke about 9/11 because I died 9/11. That would be spooky. Thanks, man. Feel free to shut the fuck up at any time. See, these things, you can sign up for them, or you can work for 6 fucking years doing a really hard job, and then you can come up here and be an asshole all you want. So then, shut the fuck up. Every other comic hates you. You're the asshole in the room. Like, everybody that's behind you is going, "Man, I wish this guy would shut the fuck up." That's you. That's you. So please. This is very difficult to do, so please shut the fuck up, okay? Thanks. I only have a limited amount of time, and I just wasted a minute telling you to shut the fuck up. Been to a few psychiatric hospitals in my time. Therapist tells me I have an anger problem, which I think is fucking bullshit. Psych hospitals aren't like the movies and television make them out to be. They're not particularly funny places. Remember, the funniest thing I'd ever seen in a psych hospital was in someone who was playing hangman on a whiteboard, and I found it ironic. Hangman's a really strange game. It's a game where you yell out random letters to prevent someone from being hung. Kind of wish it was real. You know, like back when we hung Saddam Hussein, it was the government's job to come up with a really tough word. They picked xylophone every time. It gets weirder from there too, because you don't start by hanging a regular guy. You start by hanging a multiple amputee. And as you guess the letters wrong, you slowly fulfill his dreams of having limbs. And then you hang him. Guys, thank you very much.